before the British King departed for Edinburgh. He's gone there for the arrival of his mother's coffin to the city's historic cathedral. Charles III is a new king for the UK and 14 other realms, including Australia, New Zealand, Jamaica, Canada and Papua New Guinea.
As I stand before you today, I cannot help but feel the weight of history which surrounds us and which reminds us of the vital parliamentary traditions to which members of both houses dedicate yourselves with such personal commitment for the betterment of us all. Parliament is the living and breathing instrument of our democracy. That your traditions are ancient, we see in the construction of this great hall.
The new monarch told Parliament is resolved faithfully to follow the example set by his mother, Queen Elizabeth II.
My lords and members of the House of Commons, we gather today in remembrance of the remarkable span of the Queen's dedicated service to her nations and peoples. While very young, Her late Majesty pledged herself to serve her country and her people and to maintain the precious principles of constitutional government which lie at the heart of our nation. This vow she kept with unsurpassed devotion. She set an example of selfless duty, which, with God's help and your counsels, I am resolved faithfully to follow.
The United Nations Human Rights Council has also observed a minute of silence to pay tribute to the Queen.
Mr. President, this is a time of national mourning for the United Kingdom. Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II was, as I think we all know, a truly remarkable person, and an era has ended. She was, if I may say, an internationalist before the word became fashionable. Indeed, she was present at that very first meeting of the United Nations General Assembly in London in 1946.
Mourners have already lined up the streets to catch the gleams of the late Queen at St. Giles Cathedral.
Well, I'm here just to show respect. The main thing is the Queen spent 7 decades giving her life to all us as a nation, and now it's time for us to pay some respect and gratitude back.
I think she was a marvellous lady. She was a very dignified lady. She was always there for her people and her country. And we just wanted to come and show our respects and to see new King Charles.
Meanwhile, world leaders will descend to London to bid farewell to the Queen. South Africa will be represented by President Cyril Ramaphosa.
South Africa has received a notification of being invited to, along with other Commonwealth countries, and I'm reliably informed, but I may have old information, but I'm reliably informed that His Excellency President Ramaphosa will attend the state funeral.
The late Queen's funeral will be held next week on the 19th of September.